every meal on certain times. They're giving us a kickback for what we spend with them. So there are lots of people are doing innovative things.
Yeah.
So I think the government's done its bit.
So really, it's not only been the spur for people to come back into the restaurant, but also, as you say, for pubs and restaurants and cafes to think about what they can do to keep those numbers coming through the door. I'll let you get to your 6 o'clock sitting. Sissy Ryder, thank you, the owner of the Phoenix Inn in Hartley, Wintney in Hampshire, which I'm sure if you know it, you can attest to the quality of its roast dinners. 0345 6060 973. If you think, given that it's working, it shouldn't be touched and the Eat Out to Help Out scheme should continue. 500 million quid. And it's obviously a lot of money, but in the grand scheme of government spending, it's not a massive amount, and the impact it's had has clearly been huge. And I wonder if you think that there should be an Eat Out to Help Out equivalent for sectors like tourism or hospitality, places like theatres, for example, where it is going to be financially in their interests to go to somewhere like the theatre, and should it also be government backed? It kind of, I think, plays into the kind of discussions that are going on at the moment around what actually is the Conservative Party's view of government intervention into the market. This is precisely the kind of area that it has worked in exceptionally well. It's cost a pretty penny, if you want to put it like that, but it has absolutely helped this industry get back up off its knees and start to run forward again. And I'd be interested to talk to those of you, and it might take a bit of, it's not, I think for a lot of people this is something that they might want to hide, because obviously for many millions of people this whole time has been horrendous. I mean, financially, career-wise, health-wise, it's been a disaster. But there are some people for whom this lockdown and the period after has been a huge boom. Businesses that have taken off, areas of the economy that have absolutely gone gangbusters as a result of this. Certainly the supermarket delivery drivers, you've had a heck of a time of it. And I just wonder if that's you, as well as the restaurant that you run, if you've got other businesses that have done exceptionally well, what areas are they in? What more help might be needed to help prop them up? And I wonder whether there are people that have, to be honest with you, some good news that has come out of this coronavirus period. 0345 6060 973. Do you think the Eat Out to Help Out scheme should be extended? Come to your thoughts on that in just a few moments' time. Tom Torbrick here, 6:16. Let's get some travel now. Here's Louise Gookie.
Thanks, Tom. It's slow moving on the M25 at the moment. That's clockwise on the approach to junction 17 for Maple Cross. It's down to 2 lanes because of debris on the road. It's looking heavy on the M4 as well. That's eastbound from junction 2 for Brentford to the Chiswick roundabout. The inside lane is shut because of an accident. In Dagenham, it's struggling westbound on the A13. That's Ripple Road on the approach to Lodge Avenue Junction. The inside lane is closed because of a breakdown. And on the trains, services are at a stand on Greater Anglia between Cheshunt and Tottenham Hale. Services being diverted by Seven Sisters because of problems with the overhead line.
This is LBC.
Come on, Arlo, bath time. Swale Heating. We take the time to look to the future. Our fleet of vans is going electric. We provide A-rated boilers like Worcester Bosch, biomass boilers, smart heating technology, and solar panels. Swaleheating.com. Rely on us to keep you warm.
This is LBC. Come to Galliard for brand new London apartments from £195,000. Paper Mill House is located just a 13-minute walk to Romford Station, where from next year, Crossrail will have you in the city in just 27 minutes. Apartments come fully furnished, free of charge, are stamp duty exempt, and qualify for a Help to Buy mortgage with just a 5% deposit. Book to view virtually or by appointment at our COVID-prepared event at Paper Mill House, South Street, Romford, RM1 2AR, from 5 p.m. on Thursday the 10th of September till 5 p.m. Sunday the 13th of September. Call 0203 770 6300 or visit galliardhomes.com. That's galliardhomes.com. Terms and conditions apply.
As we open things up again, how do we keep safe? Max runs a cafe.
We've worked really hard to make the coffee shop COVID safe. Keep 2 meters apart, or 1 meter with extra precautions. Follow our new one-way system. Use the extra hand sanitizer, and try to stay at your table as much as possible. We can't wait to welcome everyone back, but please, remember the safety guidelines so we can all stay open.
Stay alert. Control
driver for TfL. As children go back to school, we're asking Londoners to continue walking or cycling whenever possible. From the 1st of September, we will be making important changes to London's buses. We're adding new priority services for school children. If you have to use a bus to get to school, look out for the bright green sign on all priority school services. These buses are for school children. And remember, everyone over the age of 11 must wear a face covering on all buses unless they are exempt. For more information, search TfL Restart Plan. To the Mayor of London and TfL, every journey matters.
Why buy now? Fully furnished, stamp duty exempt, help to buy available from £195,000. Visit galliardhomes.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Tom Swarbrick on LBC. Call 0345 6060 973.
Leading to you the final night then of the Eat Out to Help Out scheme, which has seen £500 million worth of taxpayers' money spent on subsidising the meals out of many, many millions of people. 64 million meals served over the course of the month. And as you've heard, restaurants, pubs, cafes, exactly the kind of businesses that were going to struggle once we started to open back up, have seen a boom time. They're full. They can't accept any more people in. To what extent is that going to fall away over the coming months, and what impact is that going to have? To that extent, does it mean that if this scheme is working, well, hang on a minute, don't touch it. Let's carry it on for a bit longer. I mean, I think if they carry on the Eat Out to Help Out scheme, which is, in comparison to the furlough scheme, just cheap. It's buttons. It's 500 million quid compared to however many billions it's being spent on furlough. But I do think the argument will start to be made even more loudly. Well, if they can extend the Eat Out to Help Out scheme, why can't they extend the furlough scheme to those sectors that are really, really struggling, that aren't getting that kind of support from the government? Or whether there is a sort of Eat Out to Help Out equivalent for some of those sectors, for tourism, for the theatre land, for the hospitality sector more broadly than just restaurants and cafes. What else can be done to stimulate business in those areas so that we get the equivalent successes that we've seen in restaurants and in cafes in other parts of the economy too? 0345 6060 973. And on the broad political point of these interventions in the markets, which, if you were to listen to those on the Conservative right, on the sort of, the economic liberals, Uber riding, Deliveroo ordering freedom fighters, I think as one cabinet minister has called them, presumably this is a scheme that you would be ideologically opposed to, because it is such a massive intervention and such a spend of taxpayers' money in a market like this. If it were up to you, the market would decide, and if people didn't want to go to restaurants because it was overpriced and they didn't feel safe enough, then they wouldn't go, and that's just the market. Has that changed you? Has this changed your view? Has it shown you perhaps that maybe government intervention in these markets of some kind can actually be really rather helpful if it's done in the right way? 0345 6060 973. Here's Tony and Samuel to kick us off. Hi, Tony.
Evening, Tom. How are you? I'm very well, sir. Very well. I'd just like to throw a couple of things into that hat. I'm a